they woo-hooing in the shower? They're woo-hooing in the shower. They're just, okay. They've had this, like, on the rocks thing. Apparently, they're trying to make up by woo-hooing in the shower. Okay. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Heathwyn, and today we are back to play some more of the 100 Baby Challenge, and I think this is going to be our last episode with Jillian as officially our matriarch. We are super close to the last two sets of twins aging up into young adults, and the matriarch being passed on to Emma, who is the youngest female sim born to Jillian. And I am excited to make this transition. Jillian has been a great matriarch, but it's always fun to have a new one and to change it up. And for me, it helps keep the gameplay more interesting with the 100 Baby Challenge, because let's be honest, it can get pretty repetitive and pretty monotonous. So by changing the matriarch, it keeps it interesting for me and hopefully for you as well. In our last episode, we had Lance and Lucas, which are the youngest set of twins, age up into teenagers. And so all we have to do today is get them to A's and we can move them out. We can transition over to Emma as our matriarch, which means that this could be kind of a short episode, just depending on how long that takes. Because when we move Emma out, we're going to have to build her a house, get all of that started. So we're not going to start gameplay with Emma in today's episode. That will happen next time. So let's not waste any more time and get over into our game. And right off the bat, we have a pop-up. Feeling forlorn. No one likes me. No one will ever like me. Why bother with anything anymore? Okay, people like you, just look around. And it also increases his responsibility. So as I said, Lance and Lucas just aged up into teenagers. So the goal is going to be to get them A's. Oh, we got to get some skills up. It's the middle of the week, so we should be able to get them to school and get this happening pretty quickly. Emily and Emma are already pretty much ready to go. They've got all of their requirements met. We just haven't aged them up yet since Emma's going to be the matriarch. We haven't made that specific switch. One of the things we have been doing with Emma, though, is she has the market magnate aspiration. One of the things that I was thinking of for her as her way to earn money as a matriarch would be for her to run a small business, and I was thinking it might be kind of fun to have her run a candy shop. So she's been making candy and selling it out of the food stall to begin with, and I think we're going to go ahead and let her run another food stall sale. And we also have this little piggy bank in here that we've been adding some money to from her food stall sales. She will get to take some money with her from Jillian, but this is just going to be extra that she'll get to have. And in fact, we may just move Emma out and let Emily and the boys stay in this house, actually. We may just let them stay here. There's no reason they specifically have to move out. But Lance needs to get a skill to level 3. His romance and violin. Violin are currently level 2. I guess he did play the violin. We could get an actual adult violin for him. We have tons of money, so we might as well do that. All right, and you can go ahead and practice the violin, and we'll get the violin skill up. Lucas is... He has romance level 2, and not really much else. He needs some fun. Apparently he's gonna go play some video games. No, don't play video games. Do something else for fun. I don't know what. Actually, you know what? Come and watch the comedy channel. Maybe comedy can be your thing that you get your skill up to. And since he's playing the violin, we're going to come over here and check on how Emma's doing with her food stall sale. So she wants to convince a customer to buy something 5 times. So we need to do that one more time. Oh, and look here. Here is Olive Larson. She used to be a Spectre. Let's have her try to buy something. How about a blueberry swirl lollipop? It's worth 50 simoleons, so let's see if we can convince her to buy that. And that will finish that next milestone in her aspiration. And we did it! Excellent! Okay, so we have to earn 500 simoleons during a single food sale, and we have to sell a poor quality item for 100 simoleons. Oh, that could be really hard to do. Fortunately, the aspiration isn't like... It's not really our focus with her. It just gives us a little something to do. So we'll let her keep working on her food stall. How are we doing in here? How's Lance's violin going? it's still pretty rough and awful. Oh my gosh, there is a werewolf just gnawing away on this lollipop. Edward Larson. Wait, I think that is, I feel like that's somewhere one of the children. Maybe not. We did have, yeah, it is. This Edward Larson is actually Emma's brother. So he is one of Jillian's children. And he's a rampaging werewolf munching away on a lollipop, like one does. Well, we've finished that part of the aspiration. She's earned 500 simoleons. She's feeling very confident from a successful food stall sale. Now, we could try to make a poor quality item. Like, we could have her get uncomfortable and try to make, like, the highest level candy that she could. And that might work. Good news is, Lance over here has reached level 3 of the violin skill. Lucas is no longer watching comedy. You know what? Why don't you come and, like, write jokes? I guess they also should probably do their homework. Oh no, we have some spoiled pumpkin spice waffles. Let's pull those off and put them in the money trash can. I don't want to try to sell spoiled waffles. That would be kind of gross. Oh wait, we have another bunch of spoiled waffles. Okay. Oh no, and Emma's freezing to death. Quick, quick, Emma, put on some clothes. You're our matriarch. You can't die. You're really bad. Ooh, but she did make 856 simoleons from that food stall sale. So that went pretty well. Let's go ahead and add that to her jar. And let's have her get her homework done. There is like all of the homeworks just like on the table here. Also, Lucas is not doing any of the things that I'm telling him to do. I told him to write jokes. He didn't do it. Now I'm telling him to do his homework. He's not doing that either. Has Emily done her homework? She's 25% of the way done with her homework. Okay, you come do your homework. Everybody's doing their homework. Lance has got his done. So he is good to go here. He can go to sleep. So the other thing that happened in the last episode is there was kind of like a falling out with Jillian and Fern. So Jillian ended up marrying Fern because she wanted to marry her BFF, and Fern was one of the baby donors, actually for Tara and Thomas, the twins that were right before Emily and Emma, and they got married, but apparently they've like, I don't know what exactly has been happening, but now Fern is feeling unattracted to Jillian. She feels deeply in love, but Jillian is deeply wounded because she saw Fern like flirting with someone. Fern also had like the fear of being cheated on. There's just like a whole lot of mistrust that seems to be going on between these two, and it's a little bit rough for them. And I am not investing a whole lot of energy in trying to fix it. Everyone is starting to wake up for school. The good news is that Lucas did get his comedy up to level 3 before he went to bed. So there is a good chance they could be getting A's. Maybe if we have them study hard, they may get A's. Oh, it's Fern's birthday. Fern is going to be aging up into an elder. And I think it's just be like a whole bunch of birthdays. We could have Jillian make a cake, since I'm pretty sure that they did eat the cake. They always eat the cake. Also, holy storms. Okay. Why don't you come and bake a cake, Jillian, first for Fern and then likely for your children who may be getting A's. Let's do a strawberry cake. We haven't done one of those. Also, I love The Sims how like the candy is totally fine even though it's raining. Nothing to see here. It's totally fine. We can also have Jillian make some more candy. She has been helping out Emma with the food sale by doing candy and making candy that Emma can sell. So she has been helping with that. Since her cooking is level 10, she can make some fancy stuff. Let's do blackberry vortex cotton candy. That sounds intriguing. After she makes the cake, that is. She's got to make the cake first. A mastery perk. All of Jillian's efforts are coalescing into a mastery perk, Secret Spice. If Jillian continues, she will be able to increase the quality of food and drink with just a dash of spice. Sure, why not? She can pass a lot of those on to Emma as well. It is really storming. Oh my gosh. Oh, unfortunately, Jillian was not able to cope with grief in the most productive ways, resulting in a personality trait change from romantic to loner. I actually think that I'm gonna say yes to this because she's done romancing people. She now has Fern. She's been, she's had all this time with her kids. And I think that, maybe she is kind of starting to seek some solitude in her older years. So I'm going to go ahead and let that change happen. Why not? Okay. Edward, the same werewolf who was just here consuming candy, has called up Jillian and said, "We've been thinking about trying for a baby lately. Do you think we should do it? We want to, but we're not sure. It's a huge responsibility. What do you think?" It's Jillian. She's gonna be like, "Yes, have that baby. Give me grandbabies." Okay, Emily has come home with an A. Emma still has an A. Lance and Lucas still have a B. So they will have to go to school one more day. Technically, it will be Harvest Fest in game tomorrow, but I think we'll send them to school anyway so that they can get their A's and we can really get things adjusted with Emma, who's come home from school absolutely exhausted. Why don't you have a little nap? We can, though, age up Fern into an elder. So maybe we'll go ahead and do that. And then we can give Fern a little makeover. Or we'll just, we'll save an elder makeover for Fern until we do everybody else. We'll just do one big trip into Cass. Because it will be tomorrow in game that the boys age up. So Fern is now an elder. They're both elders. Let's put the cake away. Let's get the boys, well, I guess take a shower. Let's get the boys doing their homework. Oh no. Death is inevitable. Jillian knows that. Jillian just didn't think that she would be thinking about it so soon. There's still so much to do. How will Jillian get everything done if death is just around the corner? Is it safer to just hide forever? Oh, somebody else died. Wait, who died? Who died? Losing someone close. She has had a lot of passing. Oh, she lost a sibling. Oh my gosh, now who's passing? Quinn Fleming. Quinn was one of Jillian's siblings. So she's feeling sad from that. And that has led to the fear of death. Oh my gosh, she has like so many fears. She's got the fear of death. Jillian will avoid participating in risky behaviors and will be too afraid to interact with the Grim Reaper. A fear of being cheated on and a fear of fire. Are they woo-hooing in the shower? They are woo-hooing in the shower. They're just, okay. They've had this like on the rocks thing. Apparently they're trying to make up by woo-hooing in the shower. Oh, okay. All right. I mean, I guess that's one way to conquer your fear of death, is a little woohoo. I kind of would like Emma to be able to have a food stall sale, but it's kind of storming and I don't really want her to get struck by lightning. Plus, she's exhausted. So, and she needs some fun. Poor girl, she needs some fun. Does she like cooking? Maybe we could have her cook. She likes comedy and piano. So we probably shouldn't have her cook with her needs all low. Although she's sad. So that could result in producing a low quality or like a poor quality item that she could try to sell. Let's try that. Let's try to make some candy. What's the hardest thing that she can make? Plantain jelly beans. Okay, come and make some plantain jelly beans. She's very sad. Let's see if this gives us some poor quality jelly beans. And then we gotta let this poor girl have some fun. Like, let's let her watch TV or something. Oh dear. Okay, now we have a new romance dynamic. They just woohooed, and now they have a strained romance dynamic. Fern and Jillian seem to have hit a rough patch in their romance. Romantic partners with a strained romance dynamic will gravitate toward mean socials more often as a result of the tension they're currently facing. Luckily, they'll be able to work on their dynamic to fix things when the time comes. I mean, it does fit for them and everything that they've kind of been going through, so we're gonna say yes. And yeah. Jillian saw Fern break her romantic boundaries and is now thinking of getting... Who is she breaking her romantic boundaries with? There's nobody here. Is she like flirting with the children or something? Because that's a bit on the disturbing side. Okay, those jelly beans turned out to be normal and not poor quality. She may have too high of a cooking level for that. I don't know. Don't watch the news. Watch a channel that you'll like. Why don't you watch Action and get your fun up? Although your fun did go up from the news. Okay, good job. You go, girl. Oh goodness, now Fern has a fear. The lack of connection is causing dread of solitude. Encourage your sim to nurture their relationships or learn how to enjoy their own company. Remember, being alone doesn't have to be lonely. So Fern now has the fear of being alone as well as the fear of being cheated on. These two, I swear, they're having a really rough go. And Emma is currently mortified. Oh, please don't die. Okay, you're really worrying me, girl. So why don't you come, like, hide from everyone? I really need you to not die. Put your cake down. Go hide. I realize that this moodlet's almost gone, but you do need to, like, we need to not lose our matriarch. Okay, now you're just sad. That's fine. You can be sad. So I actually decided to delete the holidays, except for Winterfest. I left that one on. That way, since the whole goal is the kids to actually, like, go to school and get their grades up and everything, we're gonna keep Winterfest, though, because you get gifts, and that gives you money, and that's useful. And not like the excessive amount that you get from, like, the gnomes and the seed packs, because those give you a lot, so we're gonna avoid that one. So we're just gonna make this a little bit easier on ourselves. The 100 Baby Challenge is more about just raising the kids, less about telling a story. The story is have as many kids as possible. Okay, Emily had just had her first experience of understanding a positive or resilient romantic outlook. With enough of these kinds of experiences, Sims can develop the romantic sage trait. Okay. As Emily is still in her formative years, she can develop that easier. She is feeling like she's slipping because she's grieving. She has a holding it together grief type. You know, I kind of want to make her grief type go away. I don't want to go into the next matriarch with her having, like, these weird unresolved grief issues that honestly don't stem from anything. All right, a rival's notebook. While leaving the bathroom, Emily noticed that her chief academic rival has left her notebook sitting on the sink. It's got notes, homework, and lots of other important information inside. Should Emily return it to its owner or just toss it in the trash? So Emily is a bit self-absorbed, and if this is her rival, I think she would trash it. Losing those notes makes the rival fall so far behind, she comes to Emily for help because everyone knows Emily is the smartest. Emily feels so guilty that she winds up tutoring her rival during study time. She flirted with Emily? That's really disturbing. They had a romantic status. That's what that was? There should not be a romantic relationship between Emily and Fern. Emily, first of all, is a teenager, let alone she is her wife's daughter. That is disturbing. Maybe we do need to have, you know what? We are going to have Jillian divorce Fern. If she's, like, doing stuff like that with her child, forget that. Fern, get out of here. That's just wrong. Come and you're going to divorce Fern. Go divorce Fern. Is it going to upset everybody and cause problems? Probably, yes. But, like, honestly, we can't have that. That's just, no. Just no. No. I'm sorry. I am sorry, Jillian. Flirting with your wife's daughter is definitely grounds for divorce, especially when said daughter is a teenager. Like, what? No. Goodbye, Fern. You can get out of here and leave and go. And yeah, y'all might be grieving, but you need to just get over it. We're gonna move Fern out. I don't care. She just needs to go. Honestly, I can't believe that. I can't believe that she was flirting with Emily. Although Jillian is feeling pretty confident about that. Cut it off with a toxic ex from breaking off negative romance. Being the one to put an end to a chaotic relationship has really given Jillian a boost. She is sad because she's getting divorced and she does have this broken heart, but she's done the right thing. There's a lot of things happening here. Jillian is feeling betrayed by cheating. Not to mention the fact that Fern flirted with her daughter, who's a teenager. Ew. Ew. And she's now resentful about the divorce. Fern is saddened and deeply wounded. Girl, you are the problem. That is why the divorce has happened. So goodbye, Fern. I'm not giving you any money. Off you go. Well, the kids are going to come home from school to quite a surprise. Right. We have teenagers home from school. Emily and Emma have A's, which we knew. And Lance now has an A, and Lucas has an A. Lucas's responsibility is in range to earn the trait. How's Lance's? I think Lance's is as well. I think he is also fine. Oh no, he's not quite there. Oh dear. Oh, okay. Why don't you come and work on your school project and get that up so that we can age you all up. I think while he is working on that, I think we're gonna come over here and kind of start to gather up some of the stuff from this to put into Emma's inventory. Maybe you know what, these three are all gonna like expire, like these three are all gonna go bad pretty quickly, so let's just get rid of these. We'll put them in the money trash can. We have the money trash can, so we're at least getting like something from it. 50 simoleons, in fact. The chocoberry jelly beans, actually everything spoils in less than a day. So let's just get rid of that stuff for now. And then let's see, what do we have in here? That has 6 days. Those have, okay, these all have a bit of time. So we're going to transfer all of this stuff to her inventory. And then we're going to also put the food stall in her inventory so she can take that with her. We're going to take the candy maker with us. I'm not going to worry about the waffle maker. She's shifting her focus now to the candy, so I'm not going to sweat that. But this means that she has quite a few things ready to go. The plum bite and the charger are all set as heirlooms, so when Jillian ends up passing, those will go on to Emma. And we've picked up some of the toddler things that we can take with us. We'll go ahead and grab the money jar as well. So she's got that. It only has 1,600 simoleons in it, but it's enough to kind of help her get off to a decent start. And I think we'll send her with 20,000 simoleons like we would send like a new sim out with, and then we'll have that to kind of start to build like the shell of her house, and then we'll slowly start to be able to build up from there. She may just be running, you know, her business as the food stall until she earns enough money to like get it all up and going for real. Okay, Lance's is in range to earn the trait, so let's get the cake out and let's get going aging these teenagers up and moving out our matriarch. All right, so we're gonna start with Emily. I think we'll do Emma last. She'll be the last one that we do. Emily is first, and she had the Fount of Tomarani knowledge as her aspiration, and we're gonna roll for her last trait. 1, 2, 3. All right, so she is a vegetarian, a self-absorbed, and a grouch. Okay. All right, next we are gonna do Lance. So Lance had the neighborhood confidant aspiration, so let's get that one back for him. And we're gonna roll for his last trait. 1, 2, 3. So he is a good, a bookworm, and romantic. Not bad traits, really. Next, we'll get Lucas aged up. He took so long to age up that we have had someone take a piece of the cake, of course. All right, so he had the esteemed entrepreneur, which that's popularity. And then his last trait, 1, 2, 3, he's cringe. All right. Okay, and since we've lost this, let's go ahead and put out our cake a break box. And we're gonna go ahead and buy a cake. Let's just get another strawberry cake. We'll put that back out. All right, Emma, come get some candles on your birthday cake so you can age up, my dear. And we will get her aged up. And last but not least, our matriarch Emma aging up into a young adult. She had the market magnate aspiration, so we're going to give that one back to her. She is currently erratic and a geek. So we're going to cross our fingers really hard that we don't get something really awful. If it's too much of an issue with it, like if, for example, if she rolls like loner or unflirty, we're going to roll again because it's just going to like make her being the matriarch impossible. So a few of these will re-roll, but for the most part, we're going to stick with what we get. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, proper. Okay. That's fine, because it says they tend to disapprove of Sims' improper behaviors such as mean or mischievous socials, but they find themselves happier in formal outfits and have a much easier time with friendly and romantic socials. That will work to our advantage. Is it a little weird to have a matriarch be proper? Perhaps, but it is better than loyal. And we've done it. Emma has aged up into a young adult. It is time to leave behind Jillian and start a new path with Emma as our matriarch. And so we are going to end this episode here. In the next episode, we're either going to build her house. It's going to just kind of depend on how my time goes before I'm able to record again. If I have time to build her house, then I will. If not, the next 100 Baby stream will be a building stream, and we will build a new house for Emma before we start over with her as our matriarch. So I'm excited to have that start to shift on to Emma. I think it will be good. I think it will be really fun to run the small business with her and to kind of work that up from the ground up. And it is going to be from the ground up. She's going to get her 20,000 simoleons from Jillian, but she won't get any of the Plumbite until Jillian passes. She'll get all that stuff once Jillian passes. So hopefully she'll have been a little bit more stable before she gets that. And then once she gets it, it'll just start to make raising those kids easier. But thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you think about Emma being the next matriarch. Are you excited like I am? And I will see you next time. Bye!